A Mauritanian family gathers round a letter sent from abroad. In it, Mohamedou Salahi greets his sister and nieces, and his nephew reads aloud for all. "You women should study, not just stay at home," is the advice. 10 years ago, their uncle was arrested here in Mauritania, transported to Jordan, where he was tortured and interrogated, moved to Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan, and then delivered to his final destination, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. This detention center was set up in the wake of 9/11 to house what the Bush administration called the worst of the worst.
Guantanamo never should have happened. It was created on a theory that we could lock these people up and they would never have lawyers, and we can do whatever we want with them in this foreign country. And the Supreme Court said no, and it said no again, and then it said no again, and then it said no again.
Guantanamo will be closed.
Barack Obama appeared to say no too. On his first day in office, he signed an executive order closing down Guantanamo and subsequently ordered a freeze on all the military prosecutions of those imprisoned there. This just a few months after the Supreme Court had decided that Guantanamo detainees had the right of access to the U.S. legal system. Mohamedou Salahi's case was heard at the district court here in Washington. The judge rejected claims that he was part of Al-Qaeda and also ruled that association does not prove guilt. But the Obama administration appealed the ruling, and Salahi remains in his cell. The appeal, says his lawyer, has as much to do with politics as with justice.
There are political decisions were made all the way through this case, as far as I'm concerned, about whether to appeal, about what evidence to use.
And in the face of continued Republican opposition in Congress, President Obama signed another executive order, this one permitting a resumption of military trials in Guantanamo, dashing hopes that the prison would be closed. As a result, despite being cleared by a civilian judge, Mohamedou Salahi could now be tried by a military commission.
The balance is that you have to provide for people to feel safe and have freedom. Otherwise, you just have a police state. And my fear is that we get closer and closer to that, and then we've lost everything.
In Mauritania, too, the simple plea is for justice.
We're not asking for anything except that his trial is fair and for him to be given a chance to defend himself.
But Salahi's mother may not be as confident in the power of US law and the will of politicians to observe it. The only one who can help, she says, is God. Mike Hanna, Al Jazeera, Washington.